Welcome to In the Bleachers with Wheaties, Wallin, and I'm Pete Mohs. We're at the Pequot Lakes High School today. No school in session for the summer now. They're done. Construction work's going on, the new remodeling project here. But we'd like to give a sports update from the school cafeteria here. And first of all, Wheaties, let's start out with baseball for Pequot Lakes. They had an exceptional game. It went 9 2/3 innings, I believe, before Sauk Center, who was seeded 4th, beat Pequot Lakes, who was seeded 5th, 3-2 on Tuesday, May 29th. The Patriots, I believe, they finished 8-12. What a performance by Nick Greiner. He went the whole way pitching.
Yes, I think he had 7 strikeouts, but they've got a run, and he stole second and went to third on a sacrifice bunt, and then later scored. So that was the game right there.
That was the winning run. And we had made some comments at Pequot Lakes. Even though they didn't have a winning record, we thought they could make some noise in the playoffs and possibly pull off an upset over the 4th seed as the 5th seed. And Nick Greiner staying in the game. It kind of reminds me of Jack Morris in Game 7 of the World Series. There's no tomorrow. I'm fine. Let me stay in here. I wonder if he told his coach that, Kyle Spray, Kyle, just leave me in here. This is could be our last game if we don't win. But what a performance by Nick. You don't see a high school pitcher go that, 7 innings is an accomplishment to go a complete game, but to go 9 2/3 innings, and hats off to that baseball team, and congratulations, having a great season. Track and field, as we speak right now, it's Thursday afternoon. They're competing over at Moorhead, Minnesota State Moorhead right now. Great group of athletes on the boys and girls teams. The girls, they actually had a 2-day subsection meet because of the weather conditions. They couldn't finish the field events, so it took 2 days and a lot of bus rides. I talked to both coaches about that. A lot of time, and your legs are sore because you may have did some relay races. The next day you got to go back and do the field events. But anyway, the girls tied for 1st with Sauk Center, or Long Prairie, I'm sorry, and the boys finished 4th. And now they're at Moorhead trying to get some people to qualify for state. Last year they had a good showing at state, including a state championship relay. They got 3 of the 4 back for that relay for that girls 4x100. Wheaties, what are your thoughts on that track team?
Well, I think both teams got a good chance of advancing a lot of athletes, and that was the way they come behind to tie for the subsection was great. And Rosie Mitchell had a couple of big performances in the discus and the shot, and she's our athlete of the week this week. So
exactly, Rosie, athlete of the week for Lake Country Echo. A great story. I didn't get into my story much, but she told me that she was originally disqualified because she didn't realize she could not have a headset on in warm-ups. And they had a long coaches meeting. They worked it all out. She was able to compete, and that helped them tie for the title. And 132 points by both them and Long Prairie. You start thinking, geez, if we could have got one more point here or there, we could have won the subsection. But they tied for it. That's great. That was one of their goals. The other goal is to advance individuals, and they've got quite a few individuals at the section, and we'll see how that all turns out today, and then see how state goes again. Another sport that's kind of waiting around for their big playoffs is the girls and boys golf teams. Next week, I believe it's the 4th and 5th, they'll be in Sartell at Blackberry Ridge. Last year they played at the Territory Golf Course, which is east of St. Cloud, and it was actually the home course for St. Cloud Cathedral. That's where they practiced and everything, so Cathedral had a nice advantage. So I think Pequot, if we could have John Dale with us right now and Coach Stockton, they'd both probably say we like going to a neutral course where no one really is their home course in Sartell at Blackberry Ridge. But we wish the best of luck next week to the boys and girls. They both have very nice seasons. And your thoughts on the golf team? Can the girls get back to state, and can the boys make a run at that title too?
I think the girls got a real good chance. All the boys, they can find a 4 score to shoot low. I think they got a chance too.
Yep. They've had Alex Gorgas and Nevin Greer have been strong for them all year, and then at the conference meet, Kevin Belts ends up being the top golfer and earning all conference honors. So they got 3 golfers right there. So Wheaties, the golf team has had different leaders at times this year, but mostly it's been Maggie Hagerston, Savannah Stone, and they've got a couple more golfers right there.
Yeah, Erica Swalby and Megan Snyder.
Erica, Megan. So they have a nice team as they try to get back to state, and we'll see what happens. They finished second a few times Detroit Lakes this spring, and Detroit Lakes is at a different level, a higher level for state tournaments. So that was a good a gauge for them, kind of a measuring stick for them in their season. So we wish the best of luck to them. And they're going to be playing next week, so I'll have a report next week on the golf team. We'll have an update on the track team, who's all going to state. And once again, congratulations to the baseball team. And earlier this spring, the softball team was eliminated too after a beautiful unbeaten season. They lose their first game. Staples Motley 1-0. And I know you're going to cover their banquet and have an update next week on awards for us Wheaties. So this has been In the Bleachers with Wheaties, Wallin, and Pete Mohs, and we'll see you next week.
See you
Thanks.
Next week.